is everyone today? Is everyone ready to sew? Oh man, I need to mute that. There we go. I forgot to mute my computer. my secondary computer. Sounds like something I would do. So hi, how is everyone today? I know Marley. Marley got very excited. He saw me setting everything up and turn the ring light on. And then he's like, oh, you're gonna stream. Mommy's gonna stream. Can I sit in your lap and get love? I know, you're a very good boy. I know. Hello, Amber. How are you today? All right, so don't forget, if you want the pill block pattern, if you donated to St. Jude in the month of May, you will be getting this for free. Whenever I finish all the patterns, I'll be sending them to everyone. I'm nowhere near close. I'm working on them. My guess is I'll probably get them sent out like September-ish, which is only like 4 months, like after, well maybe not, no, probably October-ish. So that's like 5 to 6 months after, which is not bad at all, considering I had to make 13 patterns. But we are into those, so I am going to be selling and doing the videos for them. But so if you're watching this on a repeat and you donated to St. Jude in the month of May, you will be getting this pattern for free. If you did not, if you are watching me live, exclamation today for the link. Oh, and I just remembered I forgot to set the discount code. Marley, I know, I love you very much, baby, but Mama doesn't want a bath right now. Yeah, I kind of forgot to change the code FPP and make it active. All right, where is it? There it is. Okay, so let me do that now. Let's see. It is, no. There it is. And save. There we go, it's active. So exclamation today will take you to, Marley, stop kissing me. I love you really much. I know you love to kiss me. I know. All right, so anyway, exclamation today will take you to the pattern for the pill block, which is what we're doing today, and then if you use code FPP, you can get it for free. And now it's only during the live broadcast you can do that. If you are not here live and you're watching the repeat, you can still pick up the pattern. It's just $2. So you ready to do some foundation paper piecing? I'm just waiting for Miss Elvain to get here, which I'm sure to be fine. Gonna be fine. Amber, how is the microphone and the music? Is the microphone staticky at all? Does it sound okay? And is the music too loud? I've got the music behind the microphone, so I don't think it's too loud. I think it's just like a nice background roll. And then the 10-second wait for the delay. It sounds good to you? Fantastic. Awesome. And for anyone that hasn't caught me live on YouTube before, this is the filming of the tutorial for the pill block. So what I'm going to do, hello Kim, thank you very much, I appreciate it. What I'm going to be doing is doing the tutorial for the pill block step by step. And then at the end, I will be changing the cameras, one of these cameras over there, and then filming my intro and outro. Or actually, you know... Oh, honey, stop. Stop. Yeah, it's that one I've got. Oops, no, not that one. That one? I could do that one. Maybe. Or I could do that one. Alright, I'm just making sure I've got all the cameras set up over there. I'm just making sure I got the camera set up. So I'll figure it out. I'll decide what I want to do. I know. Okay, Marley, honey, I know. I love you very much. And I know you have missed Mama streaming. We're filming a tutorial today. This is not a mommy sits and rubs Marley's belly for the entire time stream. This is a mommy needs to film a tutorial and get started stream. I know. You're... You are so special, you know that? Apparently this is a Marley petting stream. Alright. I love you. Alright, go over there. There we go. Alright. You guys ready? Let's do it. Alright, so again, if you have not yet picked up this pattern, if you want to do this pattern with us, it is exclamation FPP. Frank Paper is the, are the letters. And don't forget, this quilt behind me, the mermaid, is out right now. You can go pick it up in the latest Fons and Porter Quick and Easy Quilts. If you're in the U.S., it is on your newsstands at any bookstore, Joann's, or local quilt shop. Here in Canada, they have not yet received them, but they should be in the next week. So as soon as I see them on the shelves, I will let you guys know here in Canada. So, let's get to it. Hey, Miss Elvain's here. Woohoo! I was just getting ready to start. Before I start, Miss Elvain, is the music okay? Is the microphone okay? Because you know how I have issues with the microphone sometimes on YouTube because I move it. Does the microphone sound okay? And is the music not too loud? You're like literally just in time. Yes and yes, fantastic. Okay, let's do this. For the foundation paper pieced pill block, your first step, of course, with your instructions is to print out the last page, the instruction page. This is actually page number 8 in your pattern, and you can print this on regular paper, or you can print this on special foundation paper piecing paper, which is what I've done. Foundation paper piecing paper is a little thinner than regular paper, so it's easy to remove once you've done your block. Next, we want to measure our little 1-inch block right here. And if that measures at exactly 1 inch, you know you've printed it correctly. If not, there are instructions in the pattern on how to print that so that this is going to be a 1 inch. Resizing. If you would like to resize your block, so let's say if you would like a half size block, if you would like, instead of a 6, these are 6 inch, right? Yeah, so it's a 6 inch by 6 inch block. Instead of a You know what I've done? Hold on. this is a 5.5-inch block finished. It's a 5.5 by 5.5-inch finished block. Okay. I wonder if I can quickly spit this out. No, not that one. That one. Let's see. Pill. Oh. Open. Pill. Block. Okay. Let's see. Let's add on... Hey, you guys get to see how I do the designing. Let's see. Let's view our guides. We're going to do a new guide. A vertical one. Okay. And a... Let's see. Image... New guide. Okay. There we go. View. Okay, now let's do some math. Where is my calculator? Did I move my calculator someplace safe? Because we all know what that means, right? When we move something someplace safe, it means we've lost it. Oh, hey, it's right here. Look at that. I got my calculator. I use a big pink calculator, so it's easy for me to find. Because I don't, for some reason, I just don't like using my phone for calculators. All right, so let's calculate this. So, this is exactly 6 inches, meaning it's going to cut down to 5.5. So, we need to add another 1/2 inch to the top and to the bottom. So, 1/4 inch on each side, okay? So, this one right here is at 1.226. So 1.226 minus 0.25. So let's add another new guide. This is a vertical. And I need it at 0.976. There you go. And then this one is at 7.248. 7.248 plus 0.25. Let's view. Put a new guide at 7.498. And then, watch, anyone popping in right now is like, what is she doing? I messed up. 2.427. 2.427. See, but this is what the tutorial videos are for, right? Figuring out if I screwed up or not. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to write it down. 2.427. 2.427 minus 0.25. Okay. View. New guide. This is a horizontal guide at 2.177. And then last but not least, this one is at 8.413. 8.413. plus 0.25 is at 8.663. View. There we go. All right, so now I need to find... Okay. Okay, so there's that line. Okay, so let's take this line. Oh, no. Edit, undo. I want the line. I don't want the guide, I want the line. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna use my arrows. There, I use my arrow keys. I'm happy now. And let's bring it all the way out to there, and all the way out to there. Okay? When I can't do the, when I can't grab it because it's grabbing something else, I will just use those arrow keys. And let's bring this out to here. Oops, nope, hold on. There we go, out to there, and out to there. And then bringing that out. And then up to here. Down to there. Now I do have to print out another one. Ooh, I forgot, I've got to extend those too. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nice. That's easy. Okay, it says number 6 and number 7. Alright, I think... Where's line 1? Is it all the way in the bottom? Oh, it's all the way in the bottom. That you're making sense then, Miss Alvain. And I've already solved it, because you're 10 seconds behind. Alright, I said number 6 and number 7, right? So there's number 7. And number 6. You don't have access to the diagonal. It's on my computer. Please don't touch that one. That's not the finished one. Because you'll just be doing work that that I have to redo. Because that was just the general one. I've already finished the entire pattern. So I just have to update it. No, and it's fine. This is done. Oh, wait, hold on. That did not. There we go. Now it's all the way out. I love you too. There we are. Yeah. No, everything is finished for this. Like, absolutely finished. Alright, let's print this. And I need paper. Okay, so this one is now trashed. Let me put a piece of the Special Foundation Paper Piecing Pattern in the printer. Marley, you don't have to go anywhere. You're fine. You can keep chewing your chewy. Ugh, you okay? Mic check. Alright, file, print. Oh, he doesn't like the printer. He's afraid. Yeah, so no, I just need to remember to do the diagonal one before next week. Whatever. It just took 5 minutes. It really isn't long. All right, let me minimize this, and then after the stream, I'll save it as a PDF, and I'll update the pattern. Well, actually, you know what? No, I have to do that now. No, I'll update the pattern. Okay, so I'm going to keep the free... You know what? No. If you got the pattern, here's what we're going to do. If you got the pattern, this should be one block. Yeah. So now 6.5 inches. Perfect. So if you got the pattern, literally what I want you to do is get the pattern like it is, because I'm not going to be able to update it today. It'll be at least tomorrow. What I want you to do is go a 1/4 inch. Go a 1/4 inch out and do a line. Oh, there's a piece of plastic under there. So draw another line a 1/4 inch all the way around today for the test piece. Everything else should be okay. Oh wait, hold on. No, it's not. Because it's got an extra 1/4 inch and an extra 1/2 inch. No, it's fine. 3x7, 3x7, and then A11. No, it's still fine. And A12. Okay, nope. All the numbers are right. All the numbers are absolutely correct. All right. So all you have to do is just add a 1/4 inch all the way around. And then I will get this updated and up on the website in the next day or two. If you download the free pattern right now, it will automatically send you an email with the updated pattern. So then that way you'll have it. But if you want to make this along with me today, then what I would like you to do is just add an extra 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. I'm just going to start over. You know what? Because I'm going to hit record. Start recording. And I'm just going to start over. That way I don't have to download it later. I can just record it from here. And get a better quality. Let's foundation paper piece. So the very first step you want to do is print out the very last page of the pattern. This is page number 8 of the pattern. You can print it on regular printer paper, or you can print it on special foundation paper piece paper. I have a link down below that takes you directly to this paper if you would prefer to use that. The foundation paper piece paper is actually a little thinner, lighter, and easier to remove once it's time to remove the papers. So keep that in mind. So once you have this printed, it's time to measure it. This block right here, this little 1-inch block, measure that. It should be exactly 1 inch all the way around. If it's not, then check your printer settings. In your instructions, it actually walks you through how to make sure that your printer settings are correct so that you do get that. And this at 1 inch will give you a 6.5 inch block, which will be a 6-inch finished block. So keep that in mind. So this is a 6-inch finished block. So you're cutting this at 6.5 because of the seam allowances. All right, let's say if you want to resize this. Let's say if instead of a 6-inch block, you would like a 3-inch block. Well, in that case, reduce this by 50%. If you want a 12-inch block, increase it by 200%. So depending upon how big you want your block, that is how big the percent that you should make this right here. So it's easy to resize that. If you want to resize this and you're having problems figuring out the math, then go ahead and just put a comment down below, and I'd be more than happy to do the math for you. So once you've got that printed out, then we need to make sure that we print out page number 2, because page number 2 has all of our colors in here. Now, I am doing this one today a little bit differently than my original. My original, I used a purple background. and that's the color that I have in the instructions. Today I figured I'll go with the classic black. So I'm rewriting, instead of purple, it is black. Now remember, if you need to pick up this pattern, it is just $2. It's down below the link to the actual pattern. And if you've already picked up the pattern, thank you. I appreciate you. And we're going to show you how to make this. All right, so we've got our fabric, we've got our pattern, we've got this list, and I've also printed out the reverse. So I printed out my color chart so I can see. Now remember, this is reversed. So see how this one says A1 and this one says A2? It's reversed because this is technically like that. So let's get all of our fabric cut out first off before I get started with you. Oh, and for those of you new to foundation paper piecing, I would consider this a level 1. This is an easy one. There's no pieces to sew together. It's all one single block that you're just creating. So it's actually pretty easy. So let's get our fabric cut. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to list this right here. And I'm just going to cut all my pieces. And as I cut them, I'm going to check mark them all the way down. Once all of my fabric pieces are cut, I'm going to speed up the video. And once the fabric pieces are cut, I'll come back and we'll start assembling. Okay. All right, I switched it to here while I'm talking to you guys for a minute. You can walk me through it if you want, but honestly, it's fine. And I just realized my paper piece and glue is upstairs, and I need that. So I'm going to grab my paper piece and glue. I'm going to grab another drink, and then I'm going to come down and I'm going to cut the fabrics. Is there anything else I need? Is there anything else I need? I think that's it. This may be a quick block tonight. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this is a quick one. And then I can get back to what I was doing. So I'll fix this pattern as soon as I'm done with it. So if you've downloaded the foundation paper piece pattern, you'll get a notification of the updated one. And if you are on Twitch, tonight is a very special night on Twitch. I am going to go game with some of my Wookie Cookie team members because they're supporting the Blizzard Activision walkout. And they're going to be raising money for a few amazing, awesome charities. So please keep that in mind and join me over on Twitch. I'll put an announcement in my Discord for where I'm going to be. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab my glue and another drink. See, it wasn't long. I knew exactly where everything was. I just forgot to bring it downstairs. Alright, where's my glue? There's my glue. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Ready? Okay. Alright, so let's do the red first. So how is everyone? How was your 2 weeks since the last time I streamed? Let's see, red is 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, so I've got that one. Got that one. All right, let me do my bigger pieces first. My 3x7s. I think it's a 4-inch. Okay. So let me iron this. And I know I didn't stream for a few weeks, so I know a few weeks of YouTubes are going to be a little bit quieter until people remember that I stream on YouTube again. Even Miss Elving forgot that I was streaming today. Okay, and then 7. Now this ruler only goes up to 6.5. So what I'm doing is I'm actually lining it up along and using my cutting mat as my, let's see, 14, as my cutting guide. So I know what to do. Okay, so those are 3x7s. You know what? These are 4x7s. It's fine. I'm going to leave those. I'm going to leave those a little bit wider. Okay, and then next is 1.5 by 2.5. Okay, so let's go. Let's cut 2.5 that way. Oh, I forgot to mark these off. My nose is itchy. Okay, 1.5, 1.5. Okay, so that's 11 and 12. Okay, and then let's do some 1.5s. Okay, 1.5 by 1.5. I need 4 of those. 1, 2, so 4 1.5s by 1.5s. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 1x1s, which I may have all right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. And I did not waste much fabric. Beautiful. So this is all scrap. I can do that. Great. And there's all my paper, my fabrics. Awesome. Yeah, you still got vacation brain? Yes. But that's okay. That is totally okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now let's start assembling. Now, whenever you are using a single sheet of paper like this to create a block, you have 2 options. You can just leave it like this, completely on this sheet of paper, or you can cut around to make it easier. So when you cut around, make sure you use paper scissors. Some people are like, it's fine the way it is. And as long as you cover those lines, it is perfectly okay. But it is a little easier to cut it out. Now, whenever you're cutting, again, for all foundation paper piecing, never cut along those lines. Always, always, always cut just outside the lines, because those lines are your cut lines. That is what you're going to rotary cut at the end to line everything up. All right, so let's start with our A number 1. Now, whenever A1 is our red piece. Now, whenever we put our pieces together, we always want to put wrong side to wrong side. Now, when you're looking at fabric, this is the right side, this is the wrong side. The wrong side is the side that doesn't have the color or design that you want. Batiks do not have a wrong side because of how they are dyed. So you just pick the side that you like the best for batiks. Okay? So we're going to take this, and I like to use a little bit of water-soluble glue in order to hold it in place. So I'm just going to put some water-soluble glue on my block, and then I'm going to use wrong side to wrong side, and I'm just going to center it. So take your fabric and center it on there just like that. Then we want to fold. The instructions say to fold between A1 and A2 so that the fabric is showing. Okay, so that's how you do this. Take your A1 and A2 so you can see the fabric here, because we want to trim this fabric away. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to trim the fabric 1/4 inch from the edge, just like that. And right there is our seam allowance. Okay, so let's open this back up again. And now we want to take our A2 piece, which is the blue, lay it down, and we're going to pin this in place. Now, you can also glue this in place. If you would like to glue it in place, just put a bit of glue right here along this red part, and then lay your blue piece down. So you can water-soluble glue that just on the very, very edge, or you can use pins. Either way, whatever you're more comfortable with. Then we're going to flip this over, and we're going to sew this along this line right here on the A1, A2 line. So let me show you that at the sewing machine. Yeah. I can't believe I did that. It has been like 2 weeks since I've used the sewing machine. My foot pedal is underneath. Move, foot pedal. There we go. Now, when you're using your sewing machine, make sure you change your stitch length to 1.6. This is in the instructions, but it's also very, very important because you want to make sure that your stitch length is super small to really perforate that paper to make sure it's easier to take out. So a 1.6 stitch length. If you're not sure how to adjust your stitch length or what that means, I have a video all about it. I've got it linked down below. All right, so when we're sewing this, we want to start 1/4 inch, at least 1/4 inch away from where we're sewing, and go all the way down to at least 1/4 inch after. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me find my pedal, and we're just going to sew all the way down. Now you notice how I'm sewing this on the right side of the paper. It's easy to see what we're doing. All right, so we're going to take this away. Let's trim our thread, and we'll take it back over to the mat, and I will show you how to iron it. Yeah, seriously, it's been so long since I've used this machine. I literally set the machine up and I'm like, where's my power cable? I had no clue where my power cord was for the machine. It was plugged into the power bar. When ironing this, we always want to iron the seams like this first. This locks those seams in, and it really gets you a good press. Then we want to iron towards the fabric that we just added. So remember, the red was A1, the blue is A2. So we want to iron this towards the blue. And that's it. Now you notice how your paper may get a little wrinkly. That is perfectly okay. That's because I'm using steam in my iron. Your paper can become a little wrinkly. It's not going to hurt it at all. Don't have to worry about that. All right, so let's take a look at A3. Now, my A3, 4, 5, and 6, the numbers are out here. That's just because I didn't want to make them so tiny that to fit up in there and you couldn't read anything. But it is these little tiny triangles here. So let's take a look at 3. So 3 is over here. So let's fold 3 over. And we're going to trim a 1/4 inch from the end. Now here's the trick. You see this big, huge, wide thing? Well, our A3 is a little 1 inch by 1 inch piece. It completely depends if it's correct where you put this. So what you want to do is look on the other side and see where the actual triangle is. Okay? So if it's easy, you can even kind of fold this down a little bit and hold it up to a light source so you can see through it. So you see how you can see through it? It's right here, that triangle. So you want to look through and line it up to make sure that whenever you fold this over, you're going to completely cover that one. So you see how I'm looking on both sides? Okay, I need to go to the left a little bit. And then if I fold this over towards A3, oh, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So you see how I'm just kind of like eyeballing it to make sure it's covering it? And right there is where it's supposed to be. So let's go ahead and let's pin this one. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit. Instead of just sewing and ironing this one, let's see if I can add any more on, just for the same thing. Well, it looks like this one, A4, is going to be a little bit too close to A3. So you know what? I'm going to come over here and do A5. So let's fold over A5. And what that does, it allows me to save some time using my sewing machine and iron, because I'm doing 2 corners at the same time whenever I'm sewing them. All right, let's trim that. Great. And we're going to do the same exact thing. So I'm going to take my little 1 inch by 1 inch piece. Now remember, it's right side to right side. Okay, so I'm going to put it there. I think it's there. Yeah, that looks good. And folding this over and holding it so I can do an eyeball. No, I am off. It's more this way. I was looking at the A9, not the A5 in my initial eyeballing. Okay, and that's the trick for a lot of these, is making sure you're placing it so that whenever you do iron it, it's going to completely cover the piece you want to completely cover. Okay, so then now I'm going to quickly double check. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to look to see where my pins are. See how my pins are right there? So I know that they're good. So let's iron this. I'm sorry, let's sew this, and then I'll come back and I can't even speak. I've shown you how to sew and iron it, so let's sew and iron it. I'm going to speed the camera up a little bit, and after we sew and iron these two, we'll come back, and I will show you what it looks like. Please tell me you didn't hear that beeping. Hey, Aaron! Apparently, I left the dryer on, and the dryer was beeping in the background. Let me go turn it off, or else it's going to keep beeping. we go. Alright. Words are very hard. And when I'm tired or stressed out, I'm not stressed out right now. I will be soon because Dragon Con Crunch. When I'm tired, but I am tired. When I'm tired or stressed out, words are even harder. Alright. Nope. Wrong one. I did it again. I automatically tried to go for the 9 instead of the 5. I'm glad I caught it though. Okay, and then this side. There we are. For anyone that wasn't here at the beginning, I don't know if I'm going to play games or if I'm just going to hang out. I don't know what I'm going to do. It depends how tired I am. But my fellow Wookie Cookie teammates, a bunch of them are streaming tonight. And raising money for some amazing charities in support of the Blizzard Activision walkout. So I'm going to go do that. I'll announce where I am and what's happening in Discord. There we go. Wonderful, Erin. And you know what? You should be wearing masks indoors anyways, unless you absolutely know that every single person that you are with is vaccinated. I went to one of my husband's friends' houses the other day. And they're having a very small get-together in the backyard for a picnic. And I had to go inside to grab something, so I put my mask on when I went. They're like, you don't have to wear a mask. And I'm like, no. I do not personally know if every single person here is vaccinated or not, and I am not going to ask. So I am wearing a mask. And yeah, right, Erin? And then I am talking to people. One of the ladies was like, yeah, no, actually, I'm not masked. I'm not masked. I'm not vaccinated because medically my doctor won't let me yet. And I'm like, see? That's why we have to wear masks when we're inside. Yay! Hey, Macropina! How are you? Oh, wait, so it is Barrel Eye Fish on YouTube. I love it. I love your name. How are you, Macropina? So yeah, so YouTubes are a little bit different than Twitches. I talk while I am in the middle of the scenes, but this is a teaching, so it's basically a tutorial. So I'm creating the tutorial for the pill block. So if you do exclamation FPP, you can get the pattern. I made a mistake already that I figured out, so when I upload the new one, you'll automatically get emailed the new pattern. Alright. We've got this. Yes, exactly, Miss Elvain. Okay, so we have our 3 and our 5 done. Beautiful. So now I'm going to do the same thing to 6 and 4. So same exact thing we just did to 3 and 5. We're going to do to 6 and 4. So we're just going to take our 4 and fold it back and trim a 1/4 inch from the folded paper. Oops. It would help if I had it lined up correctly. And you know what? I'm just going to do the same thing before I line that up. I'm just going to fold this number 6. Just like that. And trim that. There we are. It's starting to take shape. So then I'm taking my 1 inch, and I showed you how we eyeballed that. So at this point, I'm just going to speed up the camera again while I finish up my 4 and my 6, and then I'm going to sew them, iron them, come back, and we'll do the next step. More to the right. There it goes. Beautiful. Right there. But yes, no, it is something that Neuro has always said, is that until you know that everyone around you is vaccinated, treat them like they're not. And it protects them, and it protects you from possibly getting the virus and passing it on. So as a vaccinated person, I only have about a 70 to 80% chance of not getting it. I could still get it. However, I'm not going to go to the hospital and I'm not going to die. But if I'm vaccinated and I catch it and you are vaccinated, it is almost impossible for me to pass it to you. It can happen, but it's very, very unlikely. However, if I am vaccinated and have it and don't know it, and I pass it to you and you are unvaccinated, well, then you're probably definitely getting it if you're unvaccinated. Oops, I did it again. Why am I going with the 8? Man. Pull it out again. There we are. Okay. 4. I'm on 4, Toni. I'm on 4. Oh, Erin. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is just horrible luck. Wow. That is just, wow. That, yeah. I feel for your friend so much. Okay. Finish trimming this and taking the pins out. And I've actually missed 2 weeks of YouTube just because I was so stressed going back to Maryland. Oh, hey, I took one of the pins out. I am going to be back on track. I'm going to have the syringe. I'm going to get the syringe block edited and up for next Tuesday. And then this one will be the one for the following Tuesday. And then next week, we're going to do here on YouTube for the tutorial, we're going to do the diagonal pill block. Yeah. Well, hopefully her daughters are okay. They just can't go and see her until she gets both shots. Or at least for like a month. And hopefully she hasn't been near them so that she gets it. See, and this is the thing that kills me, is that it's is that if you are healthy and you have the ability to get the vaccine, get it, because you're protecting those people that are not medically able to. And don't, the biggest thing is when people say that, oh, I researched it. Really? You're a scientist and you've read papers on this and you understand how, oh wait, you know what I forgot to do? Man. You've read all the scientific papers on this and you understand what those scientific papers say? Then, yes, okay, you've researched it. But if you watched a YouTube video, that is not researching. Really quickly, and then I'll get back to this. Something, oh yeah, so they're always together. Yeah, that sucks, Aaron. That sucks. Something really quickly before I go on with this that I heard the other day. Someone said that I'm like, you know what? I love this. We have had a culture of everyone's opinion matters. Yes, however, there are experts in fields that know a lot more than I do. So when I go to my doctor and my doctor tells me to do something, you know what? I'm going to listen to my doctor. There are people that specialize in things that you should listen to. If you want to remodel your bathroom, if you've never done anything like that before, are you going to go in and start just like pulling out pipes and rewiring electrical and doing all that? No. You can have a contractor come in because they're the expert. Okay. All right, I went off on a tangent. All right, let's go back to foundation paper piecing. Okay. All right, so we have our 3, 4, 5, and 6 done. So now let's do our 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do this the same way we just did these 4 little ones. However, whenever we go to fold these, we're going to have a little bit of a trouble because we have sewn into it. So how you fix it is this. Hold on to the paper. Hold on to the stitches. So you see how I'm bringing my thumb down and I'm kind of holding on to that thread, and then gently pull the paper away from those stitches. Just like that. You see how it's pulled away from those stitches? Once you do that, then you can go ahead and fold this over and then trim it on the end. Just like that. And then now we can place this one. So this is our A7 block. Now this one's a lot easier because there's no like finagling and juggling and figuring that out. You just line it up directly with that line. So this one is a lot more easier to place. It's not as hard as that A3, 4, 5, and 6 block was. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So this is, I'm going to do the A9 one. So let's see, it's over here. So I'm holding on to the thread and to the fabric and gently, very gently pulling away that paper so that I can go ahead and fold this paper along the line. And we're going to trim it 1/4 inch from the end. Open this back up again. We're going to take our fabric and lay it down. Whoops. This one's a lot farther out, right? Yes, okay. So I'm lining it up with this side where the edge of my black is because this blue goes farther out than the red did. So it doesn't quite perfectly line up, but that's okay. I'm just going to line it up just like that. So let's go sew it. We'll iron it, come back, show you what it looks like, and do the other two. Ugh. You guys know how to get me to go off on tangents. I loves you guys. Okay, so this is number 7. All right, and then number 9. I'm getting a headache all of a sudden. I wonder if it's allergy related. Like, it's really weird. Just all of a sudden I'm getting a headache. I'll take medicine after the stream. Before I do the fixes to the pattern and I upload it. But I'll try to get those fixes done tonight and get them uploaded tonight. So if you do download the pattern using the exclamation FPP, I'll make sure that I get it done so that you can get the updated one. So if you did get the pattern, it is a 1/4 inch short all the way around. So if you want to make this with me today, just make sure that you draw a 1/4 inch all the way around, and that is your outside cut line. There we go. All right, let's do the other side. So same exact thing for 8 and for 10. So you're holding the fabric as you pull away the paper. Make sure you're holding those thread seams because you do not want the seams to come undone. Okay, and then we're going to fold it just like that. So it's a rinse and repeat. So go ahead and do the 8 and the 10. I'm going to speed the video up. We're going to sew them. And then we are going to come back. Oh no, I'm going to sew them, iron them, and then we'll come back and then we'll do 11 and 12. There we are. Yeah, it's the time of year where I get mysterious headaches, especially whenever I travel, because of all the allergens, because of all the pollen and all that lovely stuff. All the lovely stuff. The stuff and the things and the stuff. There we are. Sew this. I can probably move that over. I won't need that anymore. I still haven't cut the fabric for Friday's Twitch stream yet for the Dragon Con quilts. I will though. I'll probably get those done tomorrow. There we are. pretty easy. Next week will take us a little longer. The diagonals, it's almost as easy, but it just takes a little longer. Let's do 11 and 12. Now, 11 and 12 are the same exact thing with folding it back with all of the seams. However, you have a lot of seams. So, whenever you're folding it back, this may happen. You may get rips in there, and that is totally fine. You don't have to worry about that. So what I normally do is I pull the paper away for the small little areas. Just like if I was just taking this paper out if it's finished. So just this area right there. There we are. And then I take my tweezers and I get in there and I pop this piece up. So you see how I've basically removed the stubborn part. And, oops, there's another stubborn part over here. Let me go ahead and just get that out. There we are, the two sides. And then I get in here and I pop this up and fold this over. So we're going to fold this over right there, and then I'm going to get in here and fold that over. And then we're going to do our trimming. So if you tear the paper, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. You can work around it. Just like that. Let's do the same thing to this side. So I'm going to gently pull. Oh! Uh-oh. Maybe. Am I getting this side? Any issues? Yeah! Look at that. I didn't have to tear off any paper for that side. Okay, so let's fold this one. And trim it. Okay. And then now for 11 and 12, we are taking our pieces. Now, this is the first time we have a piece that's not an exact square on this point. And we're going to take the 2.5-inch side and line it up, and we're going to center it. So remember what I said about watching where you're going? So you see this A11, you can see through the paper, especially if you're using foundation paper piecing paper. If you're even using regular paper, you may have to use a light source like a window, a light box, something like that to see through it. So fold it away and just make sure that you hit this line that's at the end, and I do. So we're going to center this up, center it between everything, and I'm pinning it in place. Remember, you can also glue it in place. Water-soluble glue, that's what the words I was looking for. You can also use water-soluble glue and glue it in place. So let me go ahead and line that one up, pin it, and we're going to do the same exact thing. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. Let's sew this, and then I'm going to iron it. We'll come back and do the last two pieces. Do. It's funny, as I was filming, I realized, I was like, oh, I forgot to put lotion on my hands to make my nails look better. It's funny, I go in spurts of being super, super worried about it, and just, it doesn't bother me. Like, my hands are my hands. It wasn't until I looked at the close-up when I was doing it earlier, I was like, oh, yeah, I probably should have done that. But that's okay. There we are. And let's iron it. Are. Oh, it's fine. Hey, Jay, how are you today? Oh, my arm is doing fine. It was actually fully healed after a week. Completely fully healed because of the tattoo lotion I started using. It's awesome. So yeah, it was completely healed last Wednesday. So yeah, arm's good. Last but not least, let's do our 8, 13, and 14. So just like I did with the 11 and 12, you have a whole bunch of lines right here that I have to be careful whenever folding this over. So I'm going to hold the fabric and the thread, and I'm going to move slowly and try not to pull any seams out and try not to rip my paper. Okay, and then over this side. And again, if you do rip the paper, it's okay. Just grab your tweezers and then pull it up and give it a nice helping hand. There we are. Hey, I did that one pretty well. Oops. Let's fold these under. There we are. Now, you see how this bit has popped out a little bit? I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to leave it alone. Because remember, I'm coming out a 1/4 inch, which is beyond what that paper is sticking out on. And look at that nice smooth edge. Look at that pretty nice smooth edge. So let's take our what is this, 11? 13. Oh, excuse me. Let's take our A13 piece, lay it down, and I'm going to pin this in place. Now, with our A13 and our A14, unfortunately, I'm not able to do them both at the same time. Or else, well, actually, I may, you know what? Let's see if I can do them both at the same time. Let's try to save some time. There we are. And then our last bit here. Oh, there's a seam over here. Put a pin in there. Great. Okay, so let's see if I can't do this side now. All right, so holding the fabric and pulling back the paper. And this really is something that is something the more you do of, the better you're going to get at it. Is getting that paper out. Great. Now, what I've done is I've taken this and I folded it back so it's not in my way. If you decide to do both sides at the same time, please do that, or else you're going to cut that fabric away, and then you got to recut new fabric and redo that side again. So don't let this fabric here anywhere near this edge here. All right. So now let's lay this down. Ooh, look, I can do this at the same time. All right, so I've got this, and let's pin this one. Now, when I go to the sewing machine, I'm not going to speed it up because I want to make sure that I show you exactly how we're going to be sewing these because of how I've done it by doing both at the same time. And as you see, I have folded the fabric over. So let's go do that. Let's go sew this, and I'll show you how to sew it. Man, I repeat myself a lot. Let's sew it so I can show you how to sew it. No, Jay, we made the decision to not do AwesomeCon again. So I will not be at AwesomeCon. There are some issues and problems that we had that I do not feel comfortable talking about on stream. Needless to say, it is not a convention, and it's horrible because we were the very first ones to sign up years and years ago, and it was a convention after my own heart, and I loved it. But we will not be returning at all. So, I'm sorry to say that. Let me get my burp out. Let me get my burp out before I do the video. Okay. Alright, let's do this side first because this is the open side that we can see. So here is our A14. Alright, so we've got that right there. So I'm going to sew that edge first. Now, let me find my scrap fabric. Here it is. Because I want to make sure that I include my scrap fabric in there so that I have a leader and an ender. So I've got my fabric, and then now I'm going to use that fabric to move along here so I can just start from the edge. So let's sew this all the way down. Now after I finish sewing this side, I'm going to take that scrap fabric for the leader ender and put it in here. There we are. And now, don't sew over your pins. It's a horrible habit that I have. You shouldn't do it. Don't sew over your pins. So now, after I've done that, we can fold this one back all the way and then take this fabric here and open this fabric back up again so that now I see this side. And then I'm going to take this and flip this over, and we're going to sew this line between all these numbers and A13. So 2 things we're doing for this. We're doing the scrap fabric for chain piecing for the leaders and enders. Then we're also making folds so that I can see both ends in order to be efficient and not spend as much time going back and forth from the sewing machine to the mat. And that's it for sewing. Awesome. What? Aaron, what did you hear? I don't know what you're talking about, Aaron. There was no ping of needles hitting pins because I don't sew over my pins. I think you're imagining things. I think you're absolutely imagining things. Now, when ironing it like this, we don't just want to put our iron on there because we don't want to have it iron this. So we want to iron just this seam right here and then just this seam right here before we start to iron it out. Now remember, we're ironing away from the center. So I'm moving slowly until, there we are, we can get it all the way out. Now my edges are a little bit longer because I took a 4-inch strip and I didn't feel like cutting it down. And that's fine because I was going to cut it down anyways at this point, right? Alright, so we have our block. So let's trim our block. So we're going to flip this over We're going to use our edges, and now we're going to trim along this outside line. Do not, if you use a rotary cutter, do not use the same rotary cutter you use for fabric. I have a second rotary cutter that I use for paper. That's the rotary cutter you want to use, because you are cutting through paper as well as fabric. So don't dull your don't dull your fabric rotary cutter by cutting through paper. Just like that. Oops, oops, oops. There we go. Okay. And then this side. Beautiful. Now, our block is done. Now comes the fun part. Let's take our paper out. I always start from the edges because you can just fold this whole thing back again and then just rip it away. Now, as you rip it away, the whole paper may not come with it. It may leave little jagged edges like that. That's why you have a good pair of tweezers. These are my favorite tweezers. They are the Femore Tweezers, number 507. I adore these tweezers because they get in there. They have the angled edge and they're sharp. So you can get in there and get almost any piece of paper out of there. So that is what you're doing at this point. I also like the sharp edge because then I can get in and get underneath. See, the paper's here. See how I was able to get underneath that right there? So they are amazing amazing tweezers. Man, words are hard today. All right, so at this point, let's go ahead and get all the paper out. I'm going to speed the video up as I work on my paper, and we'll come back and take a look at the blocks. Oops. I have found little pieces of paper now because I've started foundation paper piecing and it's everywhere. I have found little bits of paper all over my floor from blocks like this. And it's funny, some of them have like little numbers on them. And I'm like, really? So I've obviously missed the trash with them whenever I took them out. There we go. And there it is. All finished. Hey, and reeled. Oh, it was the dog. It was the ding. The ding was the dog. Nice, nice. I like it. I like it. Oh, hold on. There we go. And there's our blocks. We have our pill blocks done. Now, let's say if you're making a quilt and you want multiple blocks and you don't want them all the same direction. Well, now you have a vertical block. And now you have a horizontal block, and a vertical block, and a horizontal block, and a vertical block, and a horizontal. But, do you want a diagonal block? Oh, well, I guess you're going to have to pick up the other pattern I have for the diagonal pill. There you go. All right. Let's do our ending. Whew. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now. Right. Right. So you're going to sit and play Dr. Mario? Alright, I think the more I thought about it, I think I'm going to take this one. I think this one is charged enough to not die on me. Hopefully. And it's dead. Well, maybe not. I may have to take the other one. No. Nope, I gotta do the other one. That's okay. So this camcorder is my old one. Is my original one I did for YouTube videos. And that camcorder, the charge cable's broken. Alright, I've got it turned off. Okay. There we go. And all the way around. Yeah. No, it's a foundation paper piecing block. And it is, it's inspired by the Dr. Mario pills. Go. Oops, hold on. My thing just went down. I'm fixing my stand I have over here for it. There we are. Okay. And there. Decoration. Perfect. I think I got it. Did anyone notice I changed the quilt behind me? Ugh. Oh, dang it. I bumped the camera. Sorry. Let me fix that. There you go. Now you don't have the light in your eyes. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. When you get the light in your eyes like that. Oh, man. All right, let's move this over here. And I do not need the background. There we go. Oh, you only saw that I did that because I pointed it out on Monday? Yeah. Alright, let's pause this. Alright, let's do our intro. Ready for the intro? Normally I have it down a little bit more, but I wanted her in the background because I'm proud of her. I was proud of her. Hi, I'm Toni, and today we're going to foundation paper piece a pill block. I love this little block so much. It's reminiscent of old video games, but it's also a great block for like a medical quilt or a blanket or wall hanging or anything else. It's just a nice little pill, and you can change the colors of the pill if you want. So let's do some foundation paper piecing. Okay. That's my intro. Let's do the outro. And that's the pill block. It's as easy as that. I'm so happy. I think I like the black background better than the purple background. I don't know. What do you guys think? We should play with other colors too. Make a whole quilt of pill blocks, which is all different colors and things. That would be really interesting. So, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helps you make a pill block, a pill foundation paper piecing block. Don't forget to like this video, follow my YouTube, as well as Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, where I also stream live with YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, although I never really do anything on Pinterest. And don't forget about my Facebook group, the Quite Nerdy Quilters, where we have a lot of fun and show off quilts. And that's where I tell everyone all of my new things first. So, thank you. There you go. Alright. We has got that. Oh, yeah, I gotta have the thumbnails. Thumbnail videos. Okay. Stupid FaceTime! Well, you know, I always do the right. Let's go to the left this time. You know, I could have put the music back on. I should have put the music back on. Man, what am I thinking? Alright, that's it. We're ending 30 minutes early today. Fantastic. That makes me happy. Because now I've got to go fix this pattern. And then sometime this week, I need to go and get the other pattern fixed for next week. Oh. Do I have anyone in here in Wisconsin? I don't think I do. I had a new store pick up my patterns in Wisconsin that signed up for the quilt along. I mean, we can do sound effects if you want. Oh, I scheduled my next hair appointment. My next hair appointment is going to be Wednesday, August 11. Wednesday? Why did you redact your message? For that you need sound effects for faces. So she's going to dye my roots and then add red in. She made us do red for the whole like blue area because the blue is fading. Yeah, it's going to be red for the next color. That's what you guys picked. Oh! I can't give you specifics, but I made the announcement on Monday, and I will tell you guys again what I announced on Monday. Oh! Yes. And I said that word too, didn't I, Miss Elvain? Silly faces. We need. Miss Elvain used an ableist word that I realized I used and didn't even think about it, and I've got to take that word out of my vocabulary. Anyways, so what I announced on Monday is September is going to be the month of Starlight. The month of Starlight fundraising. So tonight on Twitch, I'm going to go and play some games with Wireless and a bunch of other people. We're going to raise some money for some amazing charities in support of the Blizzard Activision walkout. But then in the month of September, I'm going to be raising money for Starlight. We have so many events, so many cool things. Miss Elvain doesn't even know any of it, and I am so excited. I cannot wait. I don't know if I'm going to tell Miss Elvain before I tell everyone else. She knows that I've been working with Starlight and planning an event. I think you guys are going to like it. I really hope so. So, in conjunction with that, we are bringing back the Thanos snap, and mark your calendars, the next live sewing race is going to be 2 charm packs on Sunday, September 26th. So mark your calendars. Yeah, they are getting harder to find. Yeah, that's all you know, Miss Elvain, is what I've told everyone else just now. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I may tell you. I don't know. Alright, let me go work on this pattern. I'm going to upload it, so if you did get the free pattern with the exclamation FPP, I'm going to keep that live for another 20 minutes. I'm going to shut it off at 7:30, which was the end of our normal stream time. Yeah, and then so you'll get the update for the new one whenever it goes live. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I appreciate it. Join me Friday live on Twitch from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We're going to baste a bunch of quilts for DragonCon. Bye, guys!